So I ran into an old friend. Well, she ran into me on Facebook. And she's an old friend from high school. I've known her since I was about, I want to say 14. And I went to that kind of high school where you was really lucky to make it out alive. Really lucky. And she asked me what I was up to, and she complimented me, said I looked great. It was a really fantastic conversation. And it turns out that she's become this really, important person in the business world. She lives in Manhattan. She lives in a very affluent area of Manhattan. I mean, every area of Manhattan is affluent, but she lives in a great area. And, by all accounts, she's doing really, really well for herself. And I was really happy to hear that. I'm not the kind of person that hates. It was great to hear that. But, in the back of my mind, I was saying to myself, maybe if I had applied myself more, maybe if I hadn't gotten so sidetracked with life, maybe I could have done something like that. So we reconnected, and I am genuinely happy for her. And, we rekindled a friendship, a really great friendship that has existed for over half of my life. And I casually asked her, a little while ago, what her plans were for her birthday. Because, she'll have a birthday coming up pretty soon. And she, is in a great financial position. So she said that she was probably going to grab 6 or 7 friends and go down to Martha's Vineyard and rent out a hotel and do these great, extravagant lobster dinners for everyone. And, she was saying, all I want is a magnum of Moet and some fantastic lobsters and good friends. And then she said, because this conversation was conducted over instant message, she said, yeah, I want all that and a pound of blow. Blow as in cocaine. The first time I tried coke was with a friend of mine, and I can't even just call him a friend. He was a father and a brother and a best friend and a husband all at once. He is the one that told me to put a napkin in my lap and held me when I felt insecure and made love to me when the occasion called for it. I loved him. And he had a friend over and his friend had some, and so he did it with his friend and then asked me if I was going to do it, and I would have done anything to, please him. So I did it. And in the moment that I did it, every insecurity I've ever had went away. Every ounce of fear or apprehension or shyness or trepidation went away, and I was the life of the party. I was me at my most fabulous self. I was vibrant and extroverted, and I was on. I was incredible. And it was a feeling that I liked. So I did it again. And again. And again. And eventually, again, it turned into about $250 a day worth of coke. From about 4 in the afternoon till about 8 o'clock the next morning, every day. Same routine. I lost about 65 pounds, and my mother told me that I looked great and asked me what I was doing to take it off. She didn't know until I finally admitted it. I ended up detoxing myself as a direct result of God and rediscovering my love of reading. I had forgotten it for a long time. And if I was to round up, I would have a decade clean under my belt. This September will be 7 years. Haven't touched it. Didn't use today. Hope I won't use tomorrow. And it really is a one day at a time process. So when I think about my friend, and I say to myself, look at all that she has that I don't have. I can now look at my friend and say, look at all that she has that I don't have. And as for my old friend, he descended into the use of crack cocaine and died of complications stemming from AIDS. I miss him. And I'm clean for the both of us. One love. I miss you, T.